Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day as per usual, and let's dive into some analysis here. Again, we're going to take a look at GameStop as it continues to really just chop inside of this range here. It was definitely, a rough day for equities, all things considered. I feel like GameStop could have fared much worse. It was down 7% today, but I mean, look at the indices, right? You can see the Dow Jones and the SPY. I should probably show you the cash markets, right? The Dow Jones, the SPY, the Qs, and the IWM all got hammered today. All of them got hammered, right? And actually, some of them hit my rejection areas and played out, but some of them didn't, like the SPY and the IWM. Some of them truncated and just decided to just nuke towards the downside. So I feel like there's still more downside left in this market, in the Dow Jones and the SPY and the Qs and the IWM all together. But I feel like the ones that are going to be best to buy, just real quick, like nothing related to GameStop, would be probably the Dow Jones first, and if anything, the SPY. I think the Qs and the IWM are at the bottom of my list, and actually I have no interest in buying them. But I'm looking at GameStop right now, right? So at the moment, when the indices can find like a foothold, I feel like probably GameStop is going to find its bottom too around that area. And a lot of it is probably going to be relying on Bitcoin too now, because now we've got this new Bitcoin strategy. They're going to be buying Bitcoin, and all eyes are on GameStop buying Bitcoin. Right? Everyone's waiting for that announcement. And you saw Ryan Cohen today. He purchased more shares. And look, he's this guy's probably buying at a great time, in my opinion. If we manage to hold these levels here, which I think we can, right? And there's an amazing dip buy area if it wants to come down to here, right? GameStop, if it wants to come down to let's see here, wants to drop another 7%, 7 to even maybe 10%, between 1963 to 1871 is a nice dip buy area. If it wants to correct higher, I'm not opposed to that either first, right? Before coming back down. Let's take a look at our daily RSI. Continues to kind of bleed down here. We're looking for that retest. It could come, maybe in the next couple days, or maybe next week. We'll see. You're just very patient. No rush here, and we're continuing, to extend into this connector. It'll come to an end eventually, but I'm still holding my position. And a lot of I see a lot of people are worried, like, what if we do break down? Like, what happens if we take out this pivot, right? This big pivot at 1871. If we were to take that out, this entire chart now becomes another count, right? And it's not all lost, but it's going to open the door to more downside on GameStop. Now, I don't want to explore that possibility right now, and I don't want to show it to you guys, because let's focus on what's in front of us. What's in front of us is this count here, and we're going to go from there. Let's take a look at the GameStop on the weekly time frame. Obviously, big sell-offs, right? And then now you're seeing the weekly still flipping bearish, 13 in the -3. Nothing really new going on. And at the 2-day and the daily, still looking bearish. The 4-day time frame, 15 in the -3 on the dual band strength index, showing that we could have some more downside. We were up pretty nicely, like in the after hours, right? But again, that's after hours trading. I don't really give it much value, because it's not what the actual markets are trading at. Right, and then you could have gap ups and gap downs, but that's when the real market is trading. I feel like after hours can be heavily manipulated. The 1 hour time frame, 12 and a -5 on the dual band strength index, looks like we could extend lower. And then look at that. On the 30-minute, you got a lot of manipulation coming in, 17 and a -3. All right, well, lots of manipulation there on the 30-minute at the end of the day. And yeah, it looks like they pushed it down. On the Wave Edge version 2, daily time frame, nothing new. Weekly, nothing new. Actually, the weekly has a green cross. Let's see if we can close with that green cross. The 4 hour time frame, nothing. 1 hour, you got a green cross at the close. 30-minute, nothing. And then the 15, you're seeing lots of dip buys coming in. So again, you're seeing lots of dip buyers coming to support this level here. I haven't checked the dark pool data or anything like that. I usually check it like once a week. I don't think I want to check it every single day. And you can see the 15-minute, you're seeing lots of buys coming in as well. So buyers are definitely stepping in V1. I use it on the smaller time frames. Yeah, you're seeing dip buyers come in. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to add, guys. What do you want me to say? We're gonna rock it at any time. I feel like the count isn't complete, and there's more chop to be had. Again, great opportunities on dips, and when it goes up, then enjoy the ride. Right? We're still looking for this wave 2 to finish. Now, if the markets continue to get nuked and we see everything start to sell off in a big panic, it's going to put pressure on GameStop, right, naturally. And I have like the Dow Jones going down in another wave. The main target really is like 396 to 376. It's a big range, but this is where the Dow Jones should find some support, and this is where it should end. But we never know what the market's going to do. It could go in a straight line from here, right? It doesn't have to double correct higher and continue to do all these connector waves. It could go straight down, right? If it wants to go straight down, sure, get it over with, rip the band-aid off. But I'm just giving some charts and some targets of where the markets are trading, and where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is right now what, 83,100. I have it in this 1-2 setup where it finished. I took a short here right on Bitcoin. I took a short. It was a good short for me because it just capitulated, and I closed my trade. It could have gone a little bit lower, but I have it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a little bit of bullish divergence on the. Well, look at that. There's no divergence on the 45 15-minute. Yeah, 15-minute you do have a little bit of divergence. I could be wrong, the ones here, but I think the one's there, and right now we're sort of in this wave 2. And if this is wrong, then it's here. Then this is an ABC, and it's going to be a connector, and you just need to take out this high 84,000, and really you could finish. But it could roll over. It could roll over now. Who knows? We're in this one too, and I feel like if GameStop's gonna start buying Bitcoin, right? They would buy it maybe down into this area at 68,000. Again, there's no guarantee that it goes there, right? What if we just keep chopping sideways and we rocket higher? Maybe GameStop already bought, right? And you think that it's not gonna go any lower than this? Like you gotta give it to the crypto guys, right? You gotta give them props, because even with the Nasdaq selling off 5%, right, and the Russell getting pummeled, and every indice getting hammered, and all the equities getting nuked, Bitcoin was holding up today. It barely went down. Like, yeah, it went down initially on the tariff sell-off, but today it didn't participate in the panic selling, right? With the VIX super high, it kind of was just relaxing, and it got a little bit of an end of day rally, but I fear that it could have a big breakdown like this, and obviously breaking the pivot at 76 would take us down into this area. And I feel like if I had $1 billion or five point something billion dollars, I'm not sure how much they have now. They have so much cash. I would start buying down here, right? Because I think that this is where the connector should end, and you should get a massive rally from there. And that's probably when the indices, if the indices were in their area and Bitcoin's in the area, I feel like you have a lot of confluence. Everything's sort of lining up, right? And then you got the odds are in your favor. The Japanese yen, real quick too. Like, I'm doing a lot of extra analysis for the GameStop community. Looks like it's at risk of getting a meltdown too, right? Depending on where this 2 ends. If this is the 2, which I don't think it is, it's at extreme risk of getting blown up. And this is deleveraging happening in the market. Like, this is like people are paying back all their loans on their yen, and that's really bad. This is equities going to like panic selling mode again, and they're gonna be forced down. And I don't know what kind of effect that could have on GameStop, but that would be really bad, and it's not a good look right now with the USD JPY. It couldn't be a flat either, so I don't think it's something like where the B would extend higher. I think we could already have it in at the moment, but I've seen some people chart this pattern where it's more complex, but I feel like we've already gone too far. We're a little bit too far gone at this point. Anyways, that's it today. Just very short analysis, not too long. In terms of GameStop analysis, there's not really much to add, but I do feel like it's going to be very volatile. You're going to see a lot of unpredictable moves. If it pumps hard, it could fail, right? Given what the indices are doing, and if the indices pump hard, it could be a great short setup in the indices. And then GameStop, we'll see what it does. All right, peace.